Well, I just got dropped off here where I ended the other day. Now I'm hiking on the trail again. Gonna go over Mount Greylock today. So, good morning. Another day hiking. And yes, I'm carrying only what's necessary today. It's funny because the days I was like that before, I mean, I did that 18 mile, I did pretty good that day, but I did that 14 mile, and I was just like, ugh, I'm tired. And then I ended up doing like a 20 and a half miler with my full pack. So let's see how I do. Again, sleigh packing. Every time the weather changes, my sinuses drain. All right, well, head down the trail. So today will be like a 14 and a half mile day. And Vic is the guy who picked me up, dropped me off. He's a shuttle driver in the area. Super nice guy. And all right, so yeah, it's early. I can't really think straight as per usual. Okay, so I'm going up those mountains right there. I'm assuming. Cool. To enter the woods. All right, you've been warned. Alright, well, this looks like it's my water source. It looks alright, it looks pretty clear. Just want to scoop it up and put it in my pack so I have extra, just in case. Well, that was some nice, clear, cold water. That's why you can never judge a brook by its water. Or judge a brook by how its water looks, or something. Yeah. So, very good water. So now I have plenty of water. Right now I'm hiking up Mount Prospect, I guess. Or I'm hiking up to Mount Prospect Ledge or something like that. And so far, pretty gentle climb. It's a very lovely, lovely day. It's already pretty warm. It's like in the 60s. Feels so good. Oh, yeah. It's raining leaves. Lots of wonderful switchbacks on this trail. Ooh, wow. Wow, that's really neat. That's really pretty. This is Prospect Rock Ledge. So I'm staying somewhere down there. checking the blazes, making sure I'm going the right way. This is a pretty area for sure. Very nice road. A little nice area for take a break. Alright, made it to the top of Mount Williams. Foot. It's getting pretty socked in. But it's supposed to be a pretty nice day. I don't know what the deal is. Hopefully it clears by the time we get to Mount Greylock. Climbing up this muddy hill to the Thunderbolt shelter. And then it's on to the top of Mount Greylock. Not much further. I guess this is the road that takes you. Climbing that way. Right. There it is up there. Fog. There's the Thunderbolt shelter. This whole area. That's really cool. The Whiskey Trail. Oh, it's closed. I guess you can't go in. Huh. Oh, is the bus gonna get? Huh. Well, probably is nice. Now I'm on pavement. There's a parking lot. This is a side trail you definitely take. Right, how do I get to it? Super cool. Oh, it's pretty. Wow. I guess I was wrong. This is actually on the trail. Man, it's huge. Holy crap. Wow. Here's a nice view from back this way. think it's closed now. That's super neat looking right there. No toilets? Fine. That's okay. I got the woods. Okay. Well, there you go. So I'm going this way. So some pretty wet, slick rocks. So not filming right now. It's like a little cabin over there. Just sort of a picturesque image. The pond water and everything. Just been hiking along, lost in my thoughts, per usual. And I was thinking about how so many people say to me, "You're just so lucky to be able to be out and doing a through hike." And just how lucky I am to be able to do this. But it's really not about luck. I had to work really hard to be able to do this through hike this year. I spent over a year saving up money and, basically doing without. I didn't buy hardly anything, didn't hang out with friends, didn't, kind of ate on the cheap just so I could be able to afford it. I quit a good job that I enjoyed and that I was passionate about, and even deciding to leave my husband of 2 years to come out here and do this hike for 6 months or more. And really it's easy, I think, to make excuses why we can't do things, why we can't reach goals, why we can't fulfill our dreams. But I think it has a lot more to do with how badly we want something. And I think if you want something bad enough and you're willing to work for it, you can make almost anything happen. And ultimately, I think the ability to fulfill a dream is only limited by your desire and determination to make it happen. And that if you want something bad enough, you can find a way. Now that doesn't mean you're not going to have to work hard for it, and it doesn't mean you're not going to have to sacrifice. It doesn't mean you're not going to have to take risk. But I think we all have the capabilities to reach our goals and to ultimately fulfill our dreams. And I hope that is what you're inspired by with me on this hike. And to know that, hey, I don't have to be a victim in my own life. I can take charge and I can make things happen for myself, whether that's doing it through hike or it's something completely different. It doesn't have to even involve hiking. But we all have it within us. There's been plenty of people over the centuries that have done some pretty amazing things. And some people definitely have it within them, like more superhuman or what appears to be superhuman abilities. But even those of us who may feel average, you're just as capable. I feel like I'm a pretty average person, in the grand scheme of life. And I'm still able to make things happen. And I know you all can too. It's another reason I choose to show so much of what I'm thinking and feeling throughout my day on this journey, because anyone who has the goal of wanting to do a through hike, I think if you can really see what someone goes through every day, you know, and that they're not perfect and they're not the best at everything, but they're still doing it. I'm still doing it. And when I finish this hike, then if you're someone who's watching and maybe considering doing a through hike yourself, or whatever your goals are, you can look at me and say, hey, you know, look what everything Braids went through, but yet she still finished. She still did it. And so I hope that's what it can inspire and you all, is to see that, yeah, it's not all rainbows and sunshine, and my life isn't all rainbow and sunshine, and that's okay. And in some ways it's better that way, because it makes all the hard work that you do that much more rewarding. So that is why I show so much, and I know it's sometimes a shock, I think, because you'll see a lot of other YouTubers that don't show as much of the rough stuff, so to speak. And I think it's just because it's kind of easier not to show that stuff, and a lot of people just don't want that in their videos, and I get that. But I knew for myself I wanted to be able to capture my hike for exactly how it is, but not just for myself. The fact that I'm making these videos public, I want to be able to inspire people to know that, you know, hey, yeah, it's really hard, but if you go out here knowing how hard it's going to be, then you have a much better chance of completing your hike. And I mean, there is a reason that only 20% of hikers do a through hike, because it's hard, and it's not even just being hard, that it actually can be really boring sometimes, and kind of like there's just days when you're like, I don't want to be out here, and everything, you start to take a lot for granted, not because not because you're not being appreciative, but just because we are out in nature every single day, and you've seen all the trees and rocks and leaves and views. It's the same reason that in everyday life that we take for granted having a flushable toilet and a warm, soft bed to sleep in, and food at the ready to eat, clean water, warm clothes, and, you know, central heat and air, and a roof over our head. We take those things for granted. A car to drive. I mean, man, I've never thought about how much I miss a car and being able to get around, and how you have to get around on your own 2 feet, and yeah, so it's just, everybody does it. We all take things for granted. And anyway, I'm starting to ramble, I suppose, but yeah, that's hopefully a little bit of inspiration for you today, and yeah, a little bit of a pep talk. That's a neat looking rock. I should clarify and say, though, even though I might not be lucky in being out here, you know, because it was a mindset, I am very lucky and I'm very fortunate with not only having pretty good weather, but getting to see all this colors and, you know, so much of fall. But even more so, I'm just so lucky to have not only such a wonderful husband and family, They're so supportive. But you all have been so amazingly supportive and so helpful to me on this hike that it's made me be able to do things that I would have never probably been able to do otherwise. And I'm just very lucky. I'm very lucky. I know not every thru hiker gets as much trail magic, whether actually on the trail or just while I'm on my hike, as I have this year. And I am just so incredibly grateful and so appreciative and so thankful for you all. And yes, in that way I am very, very lucky. Okay, put the phone away. These pretty red leaves. They're almost like a hot pink. Kind of nice. I like them. It's pretty. Big here. You get the hot pink. You got like a ombre of browns and yellows over there and oranges. So pretty. Oh look, I got a petal. Look, I got a. They rolled out the pink petal carpet for me. So pretty. It's been a pretty good trail today. I mean, really not bad at all. Kind of seems like it went by pretty quick. I'm down to like maybe a mile left. Yep, been nice. Been super nice. That Mount Greylock wasn't bad at all. And that was a really cool structure. Really cool. Look, it's a meadow. Walking through a meadow. Ooh. Oh, it was a squirrel. Ooh. I was like, it sounded kind of like a deer, but it was just a squirrel. So I guess that's where I just came from. It's kind of cool. And this is where I'm going. I just crossed the road. Now, headed through another meadow. What in the world? Look, there's some lawn chairs to enjoy this fantastic view. It's very cool. So I should do the honor of enjoying this plastic chair for a minute. Ah, oh, this is nice. Very nice. Very nice. Ah. Whew. Oh well, I don't have a whole lot of time. Vic is waiting for me. I need to get to the trailhead. That's a pretty view. Sure is. I can hear traffic. I'm not sure how much further I've got. Don't think I have much further. So nice. Look at this view. I'll be climbing that tomorrow. I don't think it's too bad from what I could tell on elevation. Cheshire. Look at this pretty tree. I like the colors. Downtown. Look at that pretty tree. Look, there's the post office. I like the trail. Goes through towns. I really do.